Good evening, YouTube. You guys are now watching another segment of the TheCaliEffect. Today, for Pretender or Contender, we're going to be doing Fire Kings. Very, very interesting deck that has always been at least on the radar, if not above or below. Today, I'm going to be playing against a Grand Soil 6 Samurai deck, and he has the ability to go 3 times in a row. But with the best thing about Fire Kings is the ability to address monster presence. No matter what, you can always have that Fire King Avatar Garunix on the field. Fire Fist Bear does follow up with more monster destruction. So this deck is really monster destruction based. And anytime you can't get your monster destruction cards off, it typically hurts because those monsters either say they can't be destroyed by card effects and they do a whole bunch of stupid stuff, or the monsters are just too good. I don't really know what else to tell you. This time, this guy goes into Grand Soil. You can tell that whatever he drew up on the drawing board, he had all of it. So I decided to go into Fire King Avatar Baby Garunix, which is a card that I ran last format, but in this format, I don't really think it's necessary. You know, since we have 3 Tenki now, and then the 10-2 helps you follow up with more fire formation plays, Fire Fist plays. Just a really good card, but the Baby, it can now leave. The deck has definitely gotten a lot more consistent with the Tenki going to 3, and this card is not needed. His last play was to compulse my bear back to hand, which really made no sense, but regardless, whatever I had game, no matter what, the Wolf Bark, the bear, another Yaksha, another Grunix in hand, this game was in the wrappings no matter what. The very next game is against Artifacts, and whoever doesn't know Artifacts, you don't even really have to bother knowing them. They suck. This player, I guess he drew everything he did need, because he had all his artifact things. He was about to rank 5 me, and Dark Hole in the end comes to save the day. But in this deck, you need to destroy monsters. If you cannot wipe your opponent's board in big plays, then you typically don't win the game. And that's one of the problems with the Fire King deck, is that it's a one-trick pony. And if you can't try to make it 2 tricks, being Tenki Bear action, then you're not going to be dominant in any of these games. This game is going to be extremely quick because the Dark Hole comes to save the day, and he realizes he has nothing else to save him. The next game and the last game will be against Gravekeepers, actually, and it's going to be showing how dominant Fire Kings can be in that grind matchup. I do not know why he didn't play that card in the first place. I guess he's trying to wait for something to be something more protective on this field to play it, but it really wouldn't have helped either. Nobody saw the baby chicken coming from anywhere. The chicken's not that bad of a card. He tends to play Magical Dimension in this deck, and here's where the deck starts to fall apart. Gravekeeper's Shaman is a really, really, really good card. The only problem that makes it not so great is because it's a level 6 monster, but other than that, it's an amazing card. Being able to stop any of my Grunix plays from ever hitting the field, because all Gravekeeper monsters cannot activate their effects, blah blah blah, as long only Gravekeeper monsters can activate their effects in the graveyard. I'm sorry. But the deck is just extremely good at locking the opponent's graveyard. That's what Gravekeepers do. And the only way to play out of it in this Fire King deck is just like I said, that bear action. If you don't have the bear action, and if you can't get out Garunix or your Earthbound Immortal card, and if you play Sacred Phoenix and your Sacred Phoenix card, you're typically going to lose the game. It's not much. Here's where the game is decided by Forbidden Lance, a really good card in this Fire King deck, mainly because now it protects your Fire King monsters, it protects your big guy, Fire King Avatar Garunix. It helps you deal with battle orientation. Bear loves to battle, and since you need to win those battles, Forbidden Lance helps you with that in both ways, protecting your bear and reducing your opponent's attack monster. So it helps your Flamevale Fire Dog as well, which is extremely crucial for bringing out your star card of the deck, which nobody really cares about, Yaksha, who genuinely is the star card of the deck. Without Yaksha, your plays become very limited. It's not as easy to bring out your Fire King Avatar Grunix, barring that you have an Onslaught, but which one's more easily searchable? Yaksha, who's searchable by Flamevale Fire Dog, Fire Formation Tenki, Special Summon by Rekindling, Special Summon by Growth Bark, just so many ways to get him out to the field, or, you know, get some plays with him, or the Onslaught, the spell card that you can hope to draw. Yaksha really helps the deck, and without it, it really doesn't fall. Now, this wasn't the best build. I threw it together in 5 seconds. I'm gonna give Fire King some slack and say that they're contenders under the radar. They're not going to be dominant this format. I definitely don't think, because Abyss Dweller does ruin this deck's day, but it can win at least 1 or 2 tournaments, maybe top a YCS or a couple throughout this format. Just a really good deck. Consistency is definitely on the side with the triple Tinkies. The Garunixes are still doing what they do, blowing up your opponent's monsters and giving your opponents problems. Thank you guys for watching another segment of the Cali Effect. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy.